So our little summary session this morning, and we've got, yeah, great. A whatever you want to use for your yoga ball. And then I've got my blocks, and I'm extra lifted today. I've had my bolster and a blanket, and then my meditation cushion that I'm also leaning on. So I've got lots and lots of lift. But we'll start seated, and if it's available for whatever seat you have, which is why I was kind of talking about how much I have. Let the tailbone kind of hang off the edge a little bit rather than, and of course, if you're in a chair, that's fine. And if you actually, what would be kind of cool is if you're in a chair and you have a blanket, you could fold the blanket up just so that you have some space between the tailbone and whatever you're seated on. And one reason we're doing that is just to get a floaty-ish sensation of the tailbone, and you can reach around and kind of move your flesh away from the sits bones if you want to. And now we've got a nice wide base with our tailbone. And then sort of just like we do when we're standing, we're going to wiggle around. And it might be useful to even hold on to the knees a little bit or the shins, because we're going to let the head come back until you can feel it. I guess the best way to explain is like not behind you, but sort of over the tailbone, and then let the shoulders drop and the chin tuck. So just get used to that. And we're going to start with Samariti, equal breathing. We'll move slowly through it. Just for right now, before we do anything else, you can close the eyes or continue to kind of get yourself wiggled and settled as you're noticing whether you're breathing evenly through the nostrils or whether one nostril is taking over. If there's any tension in the jaw or the tongue, now's a great time to just make some simple motions for yourself that feel settling. And then a big inhale through the nose, and we'll take a big exhale through the mouth. And just because it feels nice, go ahead and do that 2 more times. Big inhale and exhale. And 1 more. And on your next breath in, I'm going to count to 4. So I'll inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just pause for a beat of 2. And then go ahead and exhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll breathe in again for a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Try and let the shoulders drop down, drop back into that tailbone, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to lengthen, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to pause for a count of 4 to really settle into that holding of the breath. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Continuing to lengthen, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another little sip to 5. And settle into the hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that one again. Breathe into 5, counting in 1 and 5. Hold. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to elongate to 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more rounds to 6. Breathe in. And hold. Breathe out. Last round on your own. And just pause. Let the breath come naturally now. Noticing any differences, shifts, maybe more expansion. And take a moment to assess whether there was some tension or anxiety when you were holding the breath. Or if it felt pretty okay. And we're going to move on to our backs. And just scooch all your stuff off. Maybe you want to keep a blanket close. And then we'll lie back, the legs extended. And it's okay if the body isn't even. One arm is up, that's fine. Let's see if you can create heaviness in all the points that are touching the floor. Start with the heels, the backs of the hands, the shoulders, the head, the low back. And feel free to wiggle around again. And it might be worthwhile to take the hands to the belly. And just feel the body breathing in and out. We're going to practice another round of Samavritti here, not for very long. We're just going to pop right into the 5 and then we'll do 6. Only 2 rounds. Here again, start with a big inhale and exhale through the mouth. Go ahead and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. See where you can soften as you hold. And then exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, one more round, just to 5. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, nice equal breath. In and out on your own. And we'll start to slide the heels in. Maybe you want to push into the heels, tuck the tailbone, get the low back settled on the ground. As you just hug the right knee into the chest. Feel free to take the left foot a little bit wider and roll through the right ankle. One way and the other. And then we're going to roll through the hip, big circles at the hip. Can support with a hand on maybe the back of the thigh. And then we'll go the other way. Go ahead and plant the right foot. We'll switch sides. Really simple. Left foot at knee in, roll through the ankle. Go the other way. And big circles at the hips. And switch directions. We'll plant both feet. If you want your strap, you could use it, but we'll hug the right leg back in. We're gonna flex through the foot and just start to extend and bend, kick up towards the ceiling. Getting a sense of lengthening all along the back side of the leg, maybe even from the low back or the hip or behind the bottom. So just kick up and down. Few more kicks. And now turn the knee off to the side and kick out to the side and back. Really reach for the heel. If you find that the left hip is popping up, like I've got a little pressure in my hand on the left hip to keep it to the ground. All right, and now we'll turn the knee so it's like you're kicking across the body. My right foot kicks to the left. And then we'll let the right leg come down. Go ahead and pause for a moment. Take the feet wide until the knees come to touch. And feel free to wiggle. Just give the low back a moment. And go back to noticing an equal breath. Could just be a count of 4. In, hold, and exhale. Right, heel toe. Second side, we'll bring the left leg in and release behind the thigh, kick up and down. I'm trying to get about 10 kicks in each one of these angles. Now this knee is really popping. Super crunchy. I'm going to turn after 10, left leg out to the side, kick out and back. I've got some pressure on my right hip now. Keep that hip down. I'm going to turn my leg across and 10 going across the body. Repeat the same thing. Left leg comes down, we'll heel toe the feet a little wider. Let the knees come to touch. You can even play with heel toeing very wide rolling into the inner arches of the feet. So maybe it's just the thighs that are touching. It'll depend on how your hips are feeling and if that feels restorative or not. And again, Samavriti, equal breath, in 4, hold 4, out 4. Heel toe the feet. We're gonna hug both knees into the chest and just roll around on the low back for a moment. Big circles one way and the other. Keep holding on to the right leg. We're gonna extend the left leg. Take a nice big inhale, and on your exhale, curl up. Maybe you want to hover the left leg, but just get a sense of curling. Tuck the elbows, let the shoulders slide down the back. Maybe try to look up a little bit more for the toes or the end of your space. Come on down, and we'll switch. Right leg extends, hold on to the back of that leg, big inhale, and exhale, curl up. Maybe hover, tuck the elbows, try and lift up even more. Come all the way back down. Okay, both legs extend, nice full body stretch. And then take the arms wide, maybe the legs wide as well. If there's a big lift along the spine, you could tuck the heels underneath the hips so the back is flat, or wiggle, but we want to get the arms above the head. We're going to go back to Samavriti and just notice the what changes with the arms above the head. Maybe you have more length. We'll do 2 rounds, just like we did earlier, 4 and 5. But just here, we'll start with a deep breath in and a big exhale. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and keep the low back in contact with the ground. That might mean that you're tucking or reaching the tailbone, lengthening, holding, and then out, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do another round, going to 5. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Go ahead and slide both heels off to one side. We're going to take a stretch. Let's stretch off to the right first. And then draw the right knee up and then the left elbow towards the right knee. So you're kind of crunching to the side and perhaps getting some more length along the left side. And we'll move through the center. And then go ahead and do that to the left. So we're going to slide the left knee, slide everything over, and then slide the left knee up. And the left elbow towards that left knee. So you're crunching and reaching. Go back to center. Start off on the right again, crunch. We'll do this as our last kind of thing to open up the back of the hips and the arms before we come to stand. And then start to continue to roll onto your right side. So you're curling a little ball. And then we're going to sweep the left arm above the head, extend the left leg. Start to slide, extend the right leg off to the left, slide the left elbow towards the left knee, keep rolling until you curl up in a little ball on your left side. Extend the right arm and right leg, sweep open. We're going to go back to our right side, crunch to the side, and then roll to the side. Now this time, just start to open the left arm until you're in a twist. Reaching out through the arms, we took the tailbone. You can also take the left hand to the low back if that felt better. Whatever your legs want to do, mine are just together mostly because the wall is right there. Okay. To move to the other side, we're going to come back to the right to crunch in a little ball. And then extend the left arm, left leg, open, roll onto the back, slide elbow to the knee, and curl to the right. Twist open by opening up through that right arm. Big twist. Maybe tuck the tailbone, rock through the head, reaching the arms out so it feels like they're coming out from the chest. And this time we're gonna roll, sweep that right arm around so you're curled in a little ball on the left side. And now continue to push yourself up. Super. Little rolling back deal. Okay. You might want to bring your blocks towards the top of your space, and we'll bring our yoga ball with us. And then in your favorite way to come to standing, come on up to standing. I'm going to change the angle of my computer. Hopefully you can see me and everything. But just for my convenience, I'm going to turn. All right. Simply opening up the soles of the feet. I'll go ahead and step on your yoga ball. And just start to massage, roll back and forth. And make some circles along the inner arch. Maybe the outer edge of the foot. Underneath the toes. To the heel. And keep moving around. Finding places that are more tense. I'm going kind of quickly. You could just sort of even tap the heel and then the toe, going slowly over the yoga ball, or whatever you want to call it. Tennis ball. You even play with just slowly going back and forth. And we'll move that off to the side. Step the feet parallel. And just like we did when we were on our bottom, see if you can sense your head tracking over the tailbone. And then notice differences. You know, foot you were just massaging has a little bit more lift or feels a little bit more pliant. We're going to take our just 2 rounds of Samavriti again. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second side with the ball underneath the foot. It could be useful to have something to hold on to if you're close to the wall. Just see what feels more helpful on this foot. Probably not exactly the same thing. Roll. Keep looking out the window. Our cherry trees have gotten completely attacked, mostly, I mean, by lots of birds, but mostly these crows that are being really protective of it. So I have lots of crows that are sort of dive bombing around. It's kind of funny. And you like that slow roll back and forth or little circles. Rock to the side. And if you're doing that kind of a thing, you'll see that it has some play in the hip and the knee as well. We'll stay for another 10 seconds or so. And here we'll repeat. You can move the ball off to the side. We'll use that at the end. Come back, parallel feet. Anchor the head over the tailbone. The arms drop down. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're going to move to a stand between your blocks. Like I said, if I was at the top of the mat, I'd move here. You might want them. And we're going to let the arms drop down and use our counted breath as we go through. It seems a little bit easier if I just do that. We're going to use our counted breath. So with the arms down on either side, we'll begin. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, hold, let the tailbone sink down. Anchor the head over the tailbone. 3, 4. As you exhale, we'll come down, forward fold for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to inhale to your halfway lift. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Reach to the crown of the head. Lift the navel. 3, 4. Exhale, forward fold again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in to stand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms above the head. We're going to tuck the tailbone. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale the arms down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Okay, we're going to do it just like that one more time and then start to add in. Okay, so the arms that are either side, balancing through the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, reach the arms, tuck the tailbone, just like we did when we were extended on the ground. Here as you exhale, soften through the knees, forward fold for 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna breathe in again to a halfway lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you're holding, again, reach through the spine. Chin is tucked, navel is lifted. Exhale out, forward fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. How can you push more into the feet, into the heels to inhale, sweeping the arms up? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And exhale the arms down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So we're standing, top of the mat. Can shake yourselves out. Rather than, hopefully this is like a nice, so Samavritti, equal breathing. One reason we're doing this is because when it does get hot out, this is a way of keeping everything measured, which is one of the main goals, is soft, measured, even. We're gonna inhale up again. We're gonna find a squat instead this time. So we'll add in arms down, breathing in, raise the arms above the head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, forward fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time we're going to sit back into our chair pose. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach the hips back. We're going to pause here. Squatting down. Exhale, forward fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push into the heels. Breathe in to stand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, arms down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Breathe in, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, forward fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale to sit in your chair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1. Fold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in to stand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. And exhale the arms down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. Breathe in, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Sit into your chair. Hold. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Pause at the top. Arms come down. Last time like that. Breathe in. Lift. Internally counting. Hold. Exhale, fold. Sit back into chair. Hold. Exhale, fold. And inhale up. Pause again at the top. and arms come down. Really simple, and work through the ankles, shake yourselves out. Really simple sun salutation with the counted breath, helping to even everything out. Okay. Go ahead and pick your blocks up. We're going to step the right foot forward. Frame your front foot with the blocks. We're going to take the back foot relatively wide, heel down. Start to kind of bend and play in that front knee. We're going to press the ground away and come up into our warrior one. So we're going to be lifting and coming forward using that same counted breath. That back foot, like I said, can be really pretty wide here. You want to have as much stability as you can possibly get. We're going to do 5 rounds. As you're setting up, you can push down into that right foot and sort of clockwise, like you're going to spin the foot, and that's going to help keep the front knee over the ankle. Okay, we're going to start with the arms up. Actually, let's start with the arms down. I take that back. Let's start with the arms down so that we can inhale up, exhale, forward fold, and come up. Okay, with the arms down, breathe in, lift the arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Without pausing, exhale, come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale forward. Come up. And now exhale the arms down. 2, 3, 4. Great. Shift, whether that's just turning around or switching. Which foot is in front? We'll get ourselves set up again. Nice wide space. So with the left foot, you push down into the heel and big toe ball mound, and sort of like you're gonna spin that foot counterclockwise, working the inner thighs. Arms down, feeling stable. Begin, breathe in, arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like you're going to put something on a shelf too far in front of you. Keep the arms up, lift, and forward. 2 more. Keep working breath. Forward. Inhale up. And this time, exhale, arms come down. And shift your weight. Stretch, wiggle, roll through the neck and the shoulders. Okay. I'm going to come onto the ground so you can place the hands on the blocks as we come forward. Big toes are touching. Reach the hips back, child's pose. Maybe with blocks underneath the chest and the head. Or maybe you want to reach the arms out to keep a lift underneath the armpits. So I'm going to set my arms up on the blocks and let my head drop down. Just let yourself curl in and have deep breaths. One more inhale, exhale. And you're gonna push yourself up to all fours. With the blocks on either side, go ahead and place your right hand on the block, and then you don't have to pick up the other block in the left hand if you don't want to, it's fine. But you could. We're gonna pick that left block up, and I'm gonna have to scoot to the side. Because we're gonna inhale, open, then exhale, feed it underneath. Like I said, you don't have to do this with a block in the hand, but we're gonna use the breath here. Okay, so I'll breathe in, left arm out to the side, exhale, underneath. Inhale, open. Maybe you wanna flip the block up, exhale, underneath. So about now, you've probably started to just, out of habit, internally count those inhale, exhales to 4 or 5. Keep going. And after this last one, we'll repeat our child's pose. Bring the blocks down if you have them. It might feel nicer for you to swing the arms around rather than have the arms out in front, whichever one. And you could even, I know I'm in the sunlight a little bit, but you could even turn your blocks at a higher level. My palms are facing up, and let your head hang. Giving the shoulders and the neck a bit of a break. Okay, set up on your second side. You know, if you want to have the extra weight in the hand. And making your stability paramount here. It's only 10. Come back to your counted breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, feet underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open. And under. About halfway through. And this will be the last one. Come on back out. We'll have a shorter child's pose, but that's just a version that gives your shoulders some reprieve. Go ahead and peel yourself up. Okay. Place the block towards the top of your space. And then we're going to roll onto our right side. And you're going to place a block. We've done a version of this before. Because of all of the breath work, you might have some tension in the jaw or the tongue. So we're going to place the ball right on top of the block, and they'll roll onto your right side. Oops. And it'll just depend on the size of the of your massage ball, but all you're going to do is just open and close the mouth. Like you're going, ah. See how that feels? And you might even want to kind of roll around a little bit, just depending on what's going on. And then, I like this one, big like Cheshire cat grin and release. And 5 or 6 of those. Okay. And then maybe move to the temple. Some circles on the temple, one way and the other. And after you've done those, if it still feels really good, you can put a little pressure like on the ear and open and close the jaw. That might be releasing for you. Behind the ear a little bit, so you can nod your head. I've recently found a lot of tension in my skull right there, like behind the ear. And then we'll go ahead and switch. And as you're switching, just like we did with the feet, you could notice some plasticity or gooiness on that side. Moving to the other side. We started with right at the jaw, a little pressure, open and close the jaw. And big Cheshire cat grin. And 5 of those. You move to the temple. This doesn't necessarily need to take that long. A few circles one way, a few circles the other way. Maybe you've discovered something else that got a little, actually on my ear. I'm opening and closing my jaw. There's my ear hole. This side, that feels really good. And then I'm going to do a little pressure behind the ear. Go ahead and either keep exploring that, or you can move onto your back. And then I'm just going to place the ball right underneath the skull so that I feel space along the neck and the jaw is soft. No tension or compression. And find some long, deep, smooth breaths. Don't worry about counting them. Don't worry about if they're even or not. And see if you can create a smooth transition between inhale and exhale. Staying right where you are if you'd like. Or beginning to move that ball out from underneath the head if it's still there. The head rock back and forth. Big stretch. And then you can come on up if you'd like. And after our morning equal breathing, give yourself a nice big hug. Thank yourself. And gratitude to each other. And gratitude for these different tools that we're privileged to be able to work with in traditions that are so very important. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.